How we doing, guys? I'm going to start today with a little soliloquy. This review is going to be my first go-through with a lesser established maker. So I've been balls deep in this hobby for about 3.5 years now. I like to think that I know what to look for and what makes a belt better or worse depending on the qualities. So I'll go through my whole buying experience. I'll go through the schematics and the construction, and I hope you guys enjoy, possibly learn something, all right? All right, here we go. It's block logo WWF light heavyweight on a red strap. This is the first incarnation. I purchased this from Hashim Hussein of HH Belts. He's been very active in the groups lately. Lesser known, he's got his group, HH Belts, which is administered by Rob Bissell. Rob was a real good dude throughout the whole process. Very professional, very caring and responding. So I appreciate that, Rob. I made the decision to buy this belt because it was available cheap and fast. Well, cheap happened, fast did not. And that's for a variety of reasons, you know. First, I'll talk about the overall flaws of the belt. The artwork is completely off. The, what do you call it? The scale is wrong. This main plate is way too big. And that was the first thing I said to myself when I took it out of the box. It's like, this main plate is huge. It is 10¼ inches top to bottom, about 9½ inches left to right. I tried putting it on and it was like I was wearing a big gold. You know, this belt was intended for people under 215 pounds. So, and what you can also see in the original belt, the Jamar version, this is just tapered. They've made the main plate so much bigger here that they had to modify the cut. It looks nice, but it's, you know, it's not the cut that it was supposed to be on this belt. The font type is incorrect, but what you tend to see in bootleg versions of this belt is this artwork. So this was made off of whatever usually comes in the local market, let's say. I did ask for some artwork adjustments to be made. That was not addressed. And as 5 weeks turned into 2 months, I just said, let's get the damn belt made. Again, guys, this isn't a $500 belt. So I'm not pissing my pants over how distraught I am. All right. You look at our leather, right? I went with red. This is your standard, what? Your standard stock strap, I'll say. The Pakistani stock strap, right? We got the tooling that's done with one hand. We've got our side plates. So this is correct. The two side plates should be identical in size. Some of the copies I see out there have this one smaller. That's wrong. This belt should have a 6th plate, but too bad it doesn't. Right? The overall construction of the belt, this is 4mm. This is zinc. Not too much in the waves department. So it's actually, you know, it's a pretty clean etch for the process they use. Again, it's not HD, but not a lot of flaws in the actual work that's done here. We got one pop mark up here under light. You see that? That's you know, that's there. That's what that is. And the jewels, the stones, these ones are the wrong size. They are not sitting in the settings. They're sitting on top of them. And again, I'm not overly concerned about that stuff. I didn't pay top dollar for this belt. They say you get what you pay for, and I think I got more than I paid for, to be honest. So, you know, looking it over. So, flaws with the artwork. This fin is supposed to protrude up into the banner text in the middle. the globe circle here, that's not supposed to be etched. It should just stop around the outside. And these are things I did ask to have addressed, but they weren't. So this guy can only do what he has available, I guess. And Rob went out of his way to try to even change the artwork himself. I don't know where the breakdown was, but there's some residue around the jewel. It looks like they used like Gorilla Glue to glue it on. So aside from the typical, you got some waves in the right around the banner. It's not overwhelming though. There's a lot of negative space on this belt, and you don't see there's not a lot of crazy crap going on with the lines. Again, you can really see that pop mark there. So yeah, this was a very value priced belt. I don't want to share the price because I think it was an introductory offer, since the Sultan of Belts isn't an established maker in our community. But, you know, join his group if you want to get a belt from him. I went with red on red because, I don't know, I thought it looks nice on both sides. It fits. It's the same color. It's cut nicely in the backing. And one thing I was excited to see on the leather... What? I broke a snap. Son of a bitch, I broke a snap. Alright. Well, that happens. It's a 20-cent fix if you know how to use the tools. So the leather, you know, again, the stock stamp, but what I was excited to see is that we've got burnished edges here. And that is not what I was expecting from the quality of belt I was expecting to get here. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about with burnished edges, right? See how it's rounded on the front here? It looks like it's finished. Let me get my TV belt, my eBay special. You see? Just cut and finish. Nope, they actually did some work here. Actually did some work to finish the edges on this. So either the Leatherman at Sialcoat Bootleg Industries is upping his game, or the Sultan knows how to finish leather. So if this had you know, if this had beveling in it, that would be another distinction. So think about this, Pakistani belt makers, okay? If you get a beveler and you're able to do this, you could probably up your prices by $100 a belt, and it's not going to cost you any more to do. It's just going to take time. So that's the beginning and end of it with this one, you know. For what it is, this is a damn decent belt. For what it's supposed to be, we're off the mark as far as the art. I'll enjoy it in my personal collection. Again, you get what you pay for, and I paid for what I feel is less than this. Thank you guys again. Comments, questions, I'm here, all right?